Worm composting, or vermiculture, uses worms indoors to turn kitchen waste into nutrient-dense humus. Compared to ordinary soil, worm castings contain 5 times more nitrogen, 7 times more phosphorus, and 11 times more potassium, as well as microorganisms and micronutrients. The idea of composting is about recycling the nutrient-rich, biodegradable materials and returning them into the soil. Many people find composting extremely beneficial. Whether it's for gardening or trash reduction, this practice allows for a cleaner, more sustainable means of living. The type of worms used in this compost box are extremely important. These are not the type of worms that you will find in your backyard, such as earthworms or night crawlers. The red wigglers reproduce and digest food extremely fast. They can consume their own weight in organic waste in 2 days. This composting project is fairly cheap and simple. All you need is a few materials and a few minutes to complete this rewarding task. Although decomposition takes several months for this to happen completely, you will notice your organic waste being composted much faster than you anticipated. So if you're ready to see your trash disappear or learn the secret to those beautiful garden fresh vegetables, let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. The supplies you'll need are 2 18-quart plastic storage tubs and a lid, 2 ceramic planters, a drill or something to put holes in the plastic storage containers, bedding, such as peat moss, compost, or shredded leaf mold, about 1,000 red wigglers, and some moistened newspaper. This will act as a reservoir to catch your compost tea, which you can use to spray on your plants, giving them additional nourishment. Step 2. Place the ceramic planters upside down inside the plastic storage container. This will help ventilate your compost box. Ventilation is key. This will help reduce the odor and give your worms room to breathe. Step 3. About 5 inches apart on the bottom of the second storage container. Place about Step 1 inch. Place on top of the 2 ceramic planters. Step 5. Of moistened bedding material on the bottom of the perforated storage container. Be careful not to soak this, because this can make your compost smell like it's rotting. Whenever you squeeze the material, you should only see a couple drops ooze out. Step 6. Add a layer of food scraps. Step 7. 9. Place your worms directly onto the food scraps. The worms will burrow, escaping the light and searching for food. Step 8. Add another 1 inch of moistened bedding material on top of the worms. Step. Moisten a couple of sheets of newspaper and place on top. The bedding and the paper coverings need to remain moist. Food scraps should keep the materials moist, but if it starts to dry out, you can spray it with water until it's damp. Step 10. Drill holes about 1 inch apart through the lid and place on top. Congratulations, you just made your first compost box. Although, here's a few things to remember. The first few weeks, whenever feeding your worms, start slow. This will let them get used to each other, and the paper will provide a snack for them if they get hungry. Gradually increase the amount of food you give them over time. To feed your worms, you pull back the paper covering and some bedding